Question area of social geography block the second sex and sexuality. What is sex? A biological category that distinguishes between females and males. What are the primary sex characteristics? Show as the sex organs involved with the reproductive processes in which develop in utero. What are the secondary sex characteristics? Develop at puberty and are not directly involved in reproductive thing like public hair, enlarged breasts or facial hair. What is third gender? Individuals which are categorized either by themselves or by society as neither man nor woman. What is gender identity? Refers to a person's internal, deeply held sense of their gender. What is gender? The set of social and psychological characteristics that a society considers proper for its males and females. What are transgender people? Those whose gender identity doesn't match the biological sex they were assigned at birth. What are cisgender people? Those whose gender identity corresponds to their sex assigned at birth. What is sexuality? Shorthand for everything related to sexual behavior such as sexual acts, desire, arousal, the experience that is deemed sexual. What is heterosexual? Attraction to people of the other people. What is homosexual? Attraction to people of their own gender. What is bisexual? Attraction to both men and women, or to more than one sex or gender. What are sexual scripts? Are cultural prescriptions that dictate the when, where, how, and with whom of sex, and what that sex means when it happens. What is gender role? Attitudes and activities that a society links to each sex. What is gender expression? Is a person's behavior, mannerisms, interests, and appearance that are socially associated with gender, namely femininity or masculinity. What is gender binary? Gender distinctions divided into two categories, namely women and men, or feminine or masculine. Gender stratification. What are gendered spaces? Are areas in which particular genders of people, and particular types of gender expression, are considered welcome or appropriate, and other types are unwelcome or inappropriate. What is sexism? The belief that one sex is innately superior to the other. What is social construct? The process by which people creatively shape reality through social interaction. What is heteronormativity? Idea that there are only two genders, that gender corresponds to biological sex, and that the only natural and acceptable sexual attraction is between these two genders or sexes which are opposite and that naturally fit together. What is gender stratification? The unequal distribution of wealth, power, and privileges across genders. What is patriarchy? A form of social organization in which men have more power and dominate others' genders. What is second shift? The household and child care duties that follow that day's work for pay outside the home. What pink-collar jobs? The jobs with the highest concentrations of women tend to come with both lower prestige and lower pay. What is the glass ceiling? The invisible barrier that stops women's advancement to the top levels of an organization. Political geography. What is political geography? Is the study of the relationship between people, political units, and territory of various scales. What is supranational scale? Is the study of organizations that include many countries such as the European Union. What is country scale? Is the way a country's government is organized and interacts with its people. What is local scale? Is the study of the way a country geographically distributes power to its people, such as establishing voting districts. What is territoriality? Is the effort to control pieces of the Earth's surface for personal, political, or social ends. What are examples of territoriality? Personal space, areas we claim as our own psychological territory. Own space, areas we claim as our territory because of personal ownership. Political space, areas we claim as our territory because of political ownership. What do governments need to control territory? Sovereignty, the power that a government has to control its own territory. Legitimacy, recognition by other countries of the power a country has to control its own territory. What is a state? Is a political unit with a permanent population, sovereign territory, legitimacy by other states, and an effective government and working economy. What a nation? It is a cultural entity, consisting of a group of people who see themselves as part of a community sharing a common way of life and a political destiny. What is a multinational state? Is a state that includes more than one nation within its borders. What is a nation-state? Is a state with primarily only one nation within its borders. What is the stateless nation? Is a nation that has no territory of its own but should. What is territorial sovereignty? Is a principle that gives one government total control of a given area of land and the people that live on it. What is a political boundary? Is an imaginary line separating one political unit, such as a country or state, from another. Race and racism. What is race? A socially constructed category of people who share biologically transmitted traits that members of a society consider important. What is racism? Is the belief that one racial category is innately superior or inferior to another. What is segregation? Is a physical and social separation of categories of people. What are the types of segregation? Residential segregation, Milwaukee, Detroit. Laboral segregation, racialized divisions of labor. Legal segregation, defined by government. What is ethnicity? A constructed identity that is tied to a place. It is often considered natural because it implies ancient relations among people over time. What is sense of place? A unique collection of qualities and characteristics, visual, cultural, social, and environmental, that provide meaning to a location. What is an ethnic group? A group that has a shared cultural heritage. What is a Hispanic? Those whose heritage originated in a Spanish-speaking country. What is a minority? Any category of people who are distinguished by physical or cultural difference that a society sets apart.